of the process.
Sorry. What I like about the book is that, you go through the steps that you should take, and then at the end of that section you clarify everything, saying and put it in bullet points, like this is what you need to do, set standards, this is why it's important. And I feel that really helps readers just say, okay, this is exactly what I have to do, and it's an easy step-by-step kind of guide.
Now, was the book kind of geared to females though?
Yeah, it was. It's for, the message is for everybody. Everybody should be dating responsibly, but specifically is for females.
Right.
The book, and really the message at heart is for females. One thing that I learned is that, to be honest, there are things that some guys won't learn unless it's a required learning.
Right.
And what I mean is that unless you as a female require it.
Okay.
Now, what makes...
And listen, y'all in college, you know about that. Everybody take electives, but when it's time to take those classes that you required to take,
right?
They gotta pull you scratching and kicking to those classes. I just think it's a reality all the way around. A lot of people will say, "Oh, you 18, you 19, you 20, don't be dating." Listen, you gonna date, right?
Right.
Because once I turn 11.
It was popular.
I'm attractive to these people I see, right? And so it's just but be purposeful. You might not be ready to get married tomorrow, but one thing that I learned about, especially in college, is that we get to the point where we like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun, YOLO or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, but just make sure you don't do nothing that you're gonna regret next year.
So what is your definition? We read the book, but just for the listeners, what is the definition of dating responsibly itself? Is it just making sure you have your P's and Q's and your I's dotted and your T's crossed? Like, what is that?
It's really just about being intentional.
Okay.
Think about it. We all in college, so I'm sure you guys have specific majors, right?
Yes.
Because you want to make a certain amount of money when you get out of school.
Correct.
And then when you get out of school, you're going to look for a job. Hopefully you find one in the major that you spent 4 years, 5 years, 6 years in, right?
And paying
And
for
then you get a job. Now it's time to find a house. You want to live in a specific place. But when it comes to dating, we just like, well, whatever. You look good.
Right.
But why not? It's really about finding out. I think at some point we all have to find out how we want to live our life.
Right.
However it may be.
Okay.
And finding people that'll fit that.
Okay.
Now what you
Yo, he over there felt like a testimony over there. I hear you, brother.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
What makes you the expert at this?
I don't know, actually. I don't know what expert is. I don't. I wrote a few articles. My first article for Essence, and they told me I was a relationship expert. And I said, listen, once you're an expert, that means nothing else to learn. Mm-hmm. So I can't teach you as a woman how to be a woman. Mm-hmm. Right. Clearly, I'm a man, but I'm an expert at being a man.
Right.
So I can teach you what you need to do, who you need to avoid, how you need to avoid them.
All right.
So if you had to label me, I would rather prefer a dating coach more than anything else.
Right.
A dating coach. All right, so you did come up with a segment for us about dating responsibly in college. Am I right?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to get into... we're just going to go into it?
Yeah.
All right, let's just go and get into it then.
Let's make it work.
All right, so as far as college kids, now me, I can say, I'm be honest, I'm a serial dater. Mm-hmm. I've, the last couple of months, been out with multiple people. Yeah. Now, for me in college, it just seems like it doesn't work for me to date somebody that doesn't have drive or that's about their business or ambitions that I do. Mm-hmm. Like, it just, if it's not matched, it just, to me, it just like, what we doing? So, I mean, like, what type of advice do you have for that?
I mean, just in general in college, like I said, it's the first thing is really to find out what it is you want. And I think one of the things we talk about in the book is that finding your ideals, about what makes you happy, what's important to you right now. Because 5 years from now might be different. Like you said, you're a serial dater, so you might not be looking for a committed relationship.
Right.
You might be. So it's important to realize, well, what do I want? Where am I? And then to communicate that with whoever you're dealing with. And trying to find people that fit that mold. Because like I said, you 19, 22, 21, you might not be ready to get married tomorrow. Right. But at the same time, it's still a way that you can be purposeful and be intentional. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to say, I'm just having fun till your heart get in it.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck.
And that's why I feel like those that usually happens. Like, nobody is intentionally, especially in college, I feel like we date, but we're not looking for love and
but
necessarily.
Then, 9 months later, you like, oh, I can't believe, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about Johnny. And the way he carried his books across campus.
Oh my God.
He was saying that the other day.
Hey, listen, I don't like nobody from having preferences. Now, but the thing is, I would talk to her about is that, okay, is it a list or are you looking for values in this person? Because you're looking for this person look like this, dress like this, work here, and drive this. But who are they on the inside? Because they can have all that, and then they don't have what you really want. Right. So it's really about finding people that have the same shared values as yourself.
Right. Because, I'll be honest about my last dating experience. The last girl I was talking to, I knew she was in a relationship. But I really didn't care, though. It was easier for me because I didn't want the responsibility. But then I caught feelings on the other hand, and she was like, "Oh, I'm breaking up with him," and it didn't kind of go that way.
It never goes that way.
Kind of went,
What about the people? What about the guys out there or the women out there that they just got out of a relationship and, it's been a couple months and they want to get back into the dating game? What advice would you give them, but they're kind of still holding on to that past relationship?
Then in that case, you really need to take your time.
Right.
A lot of times people that they so scared to be single. It's all right. Okay. Single not a disease. It's not. It's fine. No, it's because
Doctor slapped your butt and said, "Go ahead."
Because see, the thing is, some people get out of a relationship, and then 3 months later they were in another one. They out of that one. 3 months later they're in another one. So they're really dating the same person through multiple bodies.
Right.
And it's like, because it's like the same pattern. So if you don't never really learn from your situation, you're gonna just keep repeating it.
I ain't even think of that, though.
No, really. Like, you just keep the same pattern over and over. Because you never stop to realize what happened here. Whether it was your fault or his fault or her fault, it's just that, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Right. So, if people want to get the book, they want to definitely keep up with you on social media. How can they do so? How can they get in contact with you?
I appreciate it. Listen, the book is available on, if you got an iPhone or iPad, you get it right out of your iBook store. If you have or Kindle app, if you got a Droid, get it from your Kindle app. It's also available on my website, which is kevinscarr.com. And I'm on Twitter, so let's keep talking on Twitter.
Okay.
It's at Kev_Carr. That's Carr with 2 R's.
We definitely want you back on the show, so hopefully we can make that happen next semester.
Next semester.
We have our Artist of the Week, Beyonce. Keep it locked.
Oh.
I thought you were going to close out the show.
Yeah, I know.